Alright, so I'm back with a quick one. Alright, so I'd like to say all praise to Yahawah by Hashem, Yahawashi. Double honors to the elders at Greatmillstone. Honor to all the brethren out here doing the work in the will of the Father. So I just got finished watching the video with the House of Israel, HOI Atlanta. And you got these brothers out here, man. Know what's going on with y'all, man. But you're definitely not walking in the spirit, man. Alright. So we're gonna get into that, because this not the first time, man, that somebody from HOI been showing off your weapons. You know what I'm saying? Walking around with guns and stuff, man. Like, you ain't even supposed to. Pretty much, you ain't even supposed to be walking after the flesh like that, man. That part of your body supposed to be dead. That mind frame supposed to be dead, man. But yet, some of you brothers still carnal, man, walking after the flesh. So we're gonna get into it. This Luke chapter 17, verse 1. Then said he unto the disciples, it is impossible, but that offenses will come. But one to him through whom they come. Exactly. So when you in this truth, man, people gonna come against you, man. But woe to them people that come against you. It were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck and he cast into the sea, than that he should offend one of these little ones. Exactly. And who are the little ones, man? Alright. It's the Israelites, man. The 1/3 the elect. The man that's out there preaching the word in truth and sincerity, man. So when that sodomite brother came up against y'all, man, you should already know that offense is gonna come, man. But guess what? The Most High already said that it would be better that a millstone was hanged about his neck if he came against you. So it wasn't no need of pulling out no weapon, man. Ain't even no need of having a weapon at all, man, when you out on the streets preaching the truth, man. Verse 3. Take heed to yourself, if thy brother trespass against thee. Alright, so that was a brother that trespassed against thee, man. Rebuke him. That's what you're supposed to do, not pull out a gun, man. Alright? You're supposed to rebuke him. Rebuke him with what? With the scriptures. This is the sword you're supposed to pull out, man. The scriptures. If thy brother trespass against thee, rebuke him. And if he repent, forgive him. And if he trespass against thee 7 times in a day, and 7 times in a day turn again to thee, saying, I repent, thou shalt forgive him. So that's what you're supposed to deal with that brother, man. When he pulled that weapon out, you're supposed to keep going in on him with the scriptures and telling him what he doing is unbrotherly, man, that he need to get right and come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Father, man, and know who he is and know how to deal with his brethren. Alright? And maybe you could have taught sense into him and had that brother sit out there and learn something, man. You supposed to go the extra mile with him, like Yahawashi said in Matthew, man. But nope, y'all didn't do that, man. Y'all got fleshly, got carnal, just like that brother, man. That brother stuck in the world, man. Y'all brothers supposed to be in this truth, supposed to be walking spiritually and helping him get traction and to walk spiritually. But what happened? His carnal, fleshly self made you brothers carnal and fleshly, man. Which meaning y'all ain't truly walking in the spirit, man. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 1. There any of you having a matter against a brother, go to the law before the unjust? So y'all turning that brother into them cops, man. That was fucked up, man. You weren't supposed to do that, man. You weren't supposed to turn that brother in, man, because he flashed that gun on y'all, man. You supposed to just, if anything, when you went to the cops, you should have just been like, hey, yo, the brother, you know what I'm saying, flashed the gun or whatever, but it's all good. Like, we just don't want that brother around us no more. Can you just have him going up the street? You know what I'm saying? Or you didn't even have to say he had a gun. Just be like, yo, his brother came up against us. He trying to, you know what I'm saying, cause all kind of problems. We just out here trying to preach the word. Can you have this man go up the street? That's what y'all should have did, man. This 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 1. There any of you having a matter against a brother, go to the law before the unjust, and not before the saints? Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world, and that the world shall be judged by you? Are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? See, y'all should have handled that internally. Y'all brothers should have been talking to that brother and handle that situation internally, not go to the law. Verse 3. Know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertaineth to this life? Exactly, man. So it wasn't no need to go into the law, man. Not to the cops, all right, to the centurions. Y'all could have handled that situation internally, man. Y'all could have just kept it spiritual, kept talking to that brother, and try to let him know what it is. And if you can't get it, tell the dude to kick rocks, man. That simple. Verse 5. Salaki. Verse 4. If then ye have judgments of things pertaining to this life, set them to judge who are least esteemed in the church. I speak to your shame. Is it so that there is not a wise man among you? So obviously wasn't a wise man among you, because you thought it was wise to pull your weapon when it should have been a brother out there telling you, hey dog, hey bro, what you got that weapon out here for anyway, man? Like, put that shit up, man. What you being cardinal for? So obviously wasn't no wise man among you, man. Alright. No, not one that shall be able to judge between his brethren. Exactly. So y'all should have been able to handle that situation, man, better, man. Kept it eternal and internal. Alright? In the circle. Not going out speaking to the centurions and getting them involved. And now you got to take the shit to court. And now this brother probably get locked up or fined. You know what I'm saying? When he probably can't even pay the fines. So it's just making his life his life even worse, man. And now the cops see you with a gun on camera also. So now that's gonna have the cops looking at y'all differently. And not just y'all differently, but all the Israelite camps differently, man. But hey, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the territory. But y'all, man, y'all gotta become better, man. Y'all need to repent, man. Stay spiritual, man. Going to Romans. This Romans chapter 8. Start at verse 4. That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. Exactly. So when you walking, in order for this law to be fulfilled, you have to walk in spirit, man. Meaning, you have to always keep the laws, all right, in your mind. You know what I'm saying? You can't walk after the flesh. You can't be thinking about carnal things, man. You got to keep your spirit, your mind in a spiritual place, man. Especially like when you out there on the streets, man. All right, that's the first thing you should know, man. That this is a spiritual war, not carnal. Verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. Exactly. And you brothers started doing things after the flesh, man. Y'all mind was on fleshly things, man. Y'all wasn't out there for the spirit, man. You was out there to look hard, man, in front of other people, man. You supposed to stay in the spirit, but now you want to look hard. You want to pull out the banger. You know what I'm saying? Instead of staying spiritual. Weapon shouldn't even been out there, man. Period. When you go in to preach this word, you supposed to stay spiritual. Verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Exactly. So being carnally minded, meaning pulling your banger, is death. Because, hey, that brother could pull, when you pull your weapon, that brother could have got down, just pulled his weapon and started banging. Now both of y'all busting, and both of y'all could have got killed. And not only y'all, all the people that was around y'all, man, could have got shot. But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. But if you just would have stayed spiritually, none of that would have happened, man. You wouldn't have had to pull your gun. The brother would have kept walking down the street because he couldn't get the truth. Wouldn't have had to get the cops involved and everything. His life would have kept going how it's going. Your life would have kept going how it's going. It would have been peace. You would stay still being out there on the streets preaching the word, man. But since you got carnal minded, now you got the laws involved, the centurions involved. Now this brother life already, which was already screwed up, just more screwed up, because now he got to deal with the law. Y'all got to deal with the law. Now you on camera with the banger. Alright? So now it's just a whole bunch of confusion now. Verse 7. Because the carnal mind is enmity against God. For it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be. Exactly. So when you pull that weapon, guess what? You cause enmity against God, man. Because no longer was the scriptures in your mind. No longer was the law of God in your mind, man. Alright? And neither indeed can be. Because once you pull that weapon, you got what? You got carnal. You started going after the flesh. Verse 8. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please God. Exactly. And you did not please God. Alright? Showing your weapon, pulling your weapon, all that fleshly shit HOI been doing lately, man, that is not pleasing God, man. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. If so be that the spirit of God dwell in you. Now if any man have not the spirit of Christ, he is none of his. And if Christ be in you, the body is dead. Exactly. So if you was walking after the law, statutes, and commandments as Christ did, and preaching the word as Christ did, your body would be dead, meaning the flesh would be dead, meaning your worldly ways would be dead. You wouldn't have pulled the gun, man. Alright? And if Christ be in you, the body is dead because of sin. But the spirit is life because of righteousness. See? You should have stayed spiritual. Because that is life because of righteousness, man. The spirit is life, man. Staying spiritual, staying in these scriptures, man. Speaking the word. You could have cut that brother up for his sin, man. Or sodomy. Alright? You could have kept cutting them up, man. And that would have been the righteous way to handle that, man. That's the way you add. That's how you add life, man. And maybe you could have changed that brother's life. Maybe he would have listened. Maybe not. Who cares? Blood off your hands, man. Alright? But that's pretty much it, man. Just wanted to make a video real fast on this situation, man. When you're out on the streets preaching, your brethren got to stay spiritual, man. Especially if you're a Greatmillstone, man. Alright? You better know that you got to stay spiritual, man. Don't be trying to get carnal, man. And bringing down weapons to speak the truth, man. What the hell is that shit, man? This shit is a spiritual warfare, man. Spiritual warfare, man. If you truly believe and you got the faith, you don't need no weapons, man. Because you know Yahawah, Yahawashi got your back, man. And he controls everything, man. From those who are born to those that are put to death, man. Point blank, period. All praise to Yahawah, Yahawashi. Double honor to the elders at Greatmillstone. Honor to all the brethren out here doing the work in the will of the Father. Shalom.